Jade.
Alexander.
Do you remember that day you fell out of my window?
I sure do. You came jumping out after me.
Well, you fell on the concrete and nearly broke your ass, and you were bleeding all over the place, and I rushed you off to the hospital. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Well, there's something I never told you about that night.
What did you tell me?
While you were sitting in the back seat smoking a cigarette you thought was going to be your last, I was falling deep, deeply in love with you. And I never told you till just now. Let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
Oh, home. Yes, I am home. Home is when I'm alone with you.
Well, listen. Do I need to turn this on? Testing. Not surprising, we have standing room only here this morning, certainly testament to how loved and respected Sam was. So welcome. Before we begin, could I remind you, if you haven't already done so, to switch off your phones or pop them onto silent for the service? That would be much appreciated. Well, good morning and welcome, and thank you for being here in support of Sam's family. I know that Reuben, Sammy, Christine and their families greatly appreciate the love and the friendship that surrounds them as we navigate this very sad and difficult day. The memory of friends and family who are here this morning and those who are joining us online, I hope will bring them all some comfort knowing just how much Sam was loved. Well, today we do one of the most difficult things of all to do. We gather to farewell Samuel Honola, a young man who has been taken off from us way too soon. As heartbreaking as it is to be saying goodbye, this morning we will try to focus on the happy times in Sam's life, and we will reflect on what made him so special. Well, firstly, to Christine, to Reuben, Sammy, Mitchell and Carly, and to all of Sam's extended family, we are so sorry for your loss. We know that it feels impossible to accept that Sam is gone, and no words we share today will make it easier to understand why. As you process the past weeks quietly and in your own time, I hope it will bring you all some comfort knowing how fiercely Sam loved and was loved in return, which is obvious from today's attendance. Well, it was just 8 days ago that our community lost a vibrant, fun, caring and loving young man. And there's no question that Sam's death has left a heartbreak and huge hole in everyone's hearts. As difficult as it will be to feel anything other than sadness, it is his family's wish that today we focus on remembering Sam for his contagious smile, his cheeky personality, his kind heart, and his genuine love of family and his many friends. Everyone here has been touched in some way by Sam's beautiful nature. His mum, Christine, referred to him as her gentle giant, and for many, it will be this gentle, shy side that they will remember most fondly. For others, he was a bit of a rat bag who pushed boundaries, but for most, he was just a kind-hearted and very special friend. Last week, I read a few social media posts in loving memory of Sam, and they all had the same sentiment. A one in a million friend, a beautiful soul who was fun to be around, one of the best people they knew, and a mate to so many. Sam was the sort of friend who was there for you when you needed him. He would do anything for anyone, and I know that there is a general feeling of helplessness now that we can't be there for him. The positives out of these posts, however, are the comments, are the encouraging words to reach out if you need. Don't let things get on top of you. And there is nothing that can't be resolved with a chat to your family or over a beer with a mate. If Sam's family could say just one thing to everyone here today, it would be, for anyone doing it tough, please reach out, because it ain't weak to speak. Well, as we face life without Sam in it, among many things I'm sure you will continue to remember is his great big heart and his capacity for love. Unfortunately, people with big hearts are often very sensitive, and we know that Sam kept a lot to himself because he never wanted to burden anyone. His struggles were silent, and although we wish we could have been there for him, we can't dwell on what might have been. All we can do is focus on the time that you did get to share with Sam and keep his memory alive in your hearts. To honour Sam in the best kind of way, we need to focus on the good times, and today is a chance to do just that. This service will be an opportunity to acknowledge that Sam's life meant so much, and a chance for you all to say goodbye. Well, Sam was the much-loved son of Christine and Reuben and Sammy, the adored brother of Mitchell and Carly, and loved grandson of Robin and Steve and Ritva and Lasse. To Sam's extended family, including his aunts, uncles, cousins, and to everyone here this morning, you were an important part of his life, and I'm sure if he could, he would thank you all for the love and the friendships that you've shared. Well, to prepare for this service this morning, I recently met with Sam's family, and here is just a little of what they remembered. Sam was born in Brisbane. He was the youngest son of Reuben and Christine. He had an older brother, Mitchell, and older sister, Carly, both whom he was very close to. Christine told me that when Sam was born, he had reddish colour hair, but it quickly turned into the whitest of white, and it stayed this colour all of his life. Sam also had pale skin, so he burned easily, and with his white blonde hair, you could pick it was him from a mile away. The family moved around a bit when Sam was young, and he was very sporty, and he was a good swimmer and a good runner. He also played and followed rugby league, but this changed to AFL once he was living in Victoria. Reuben and Christine separated, and Sammy came into Sam's life. She was like a second mum to him, and he was very lucky to have such supportive and loving parents. Well, Reuben and Sammy were living on Raymond Island, and when he was 11, Sam came to live with his mother, brother and sister in Paynesville. He went to Paynesville Primary School and Nagle College, and then to Bairnsdale Secondary, and he played footy with the Paynesville Seagulls in the under-14s. In his very first game, he kicked a goal, and the team won their premiership that year. Well, at primary school, Sam was named school captain, and then as a teenager, in his mum's words, he was a cheeky little shit. He was also always in some kind of trouble, but he got away with it because deep down he was such a nice kid. Sam left school to start a plumbing apprenticeship with Jared at Woodridge Plumbing on Raymond Island, then continued at Meggles, where he has been working for the past few years. All of his workmates loved him there. He was doing a great job, and he was due to finish his apprenticeship in September. Apparently, Sam was notoriously late to work almost daily, but with his likeable personality and eagerness to learn, it was overlooked on most occasions. And his family mentioned he was always filthy and smelt like plumbing, but it never bothered him. Sam loved to be outdoors, and he went camping and fishing with his family, and often just with his dad, Reuben. Then in his teens, he would go camping and hang out with his mates, and being outdoors really was his happy place. He spent a huge amount of time at his friends Kerry and Clinton's place with their 3 kids, Stacey, Mannix and Johnny. Kerry told Sam's family that he was considered a part of their little family. He also spent a huge chunk of his teens and early adulthood at his friend Jacob's house with his parents, Tony and Anna, whom Sam affectionately called Toenail and Cov. Well, Sam was always very private about his life, and he dealt with things on his own and in his own way. He loved his family more than anything, but he didn't want to worry them, so he didn't share a lot with them or with his friends. But as much as Sam was private and quite shy, he also could be a bit of a menace. He had a knack of always getting away with things. He was once suspended for fighting at school, and Sammy told me that one day the police contacted her asking if it was her son who was doing burnouts on Raymond Island. Yes, it was Sam, and again he talked his way out of trouble. Well, Sam used to live in a room he helped build at Reuben and Sammy's home. He told them he needed his own space, but really it was just so that he could be on his own and do his own thing. After he moved out of home, he lived with his mates in Bairnsdale, and then he moved in with one of his best mates, Gemma, otherwise known as Gem Gem. He was very independent and he rarely asked for anything aside from money. Sam's family are horrified at the thought of how much money Sam owes to people in this room. Well, Sam liked to do things his own way, and in more recent years, he kept his family life and his friendships quite separate, perhaps so that neither would know what he was getting up to. Sam's girlfriend, Charlie, came into his life late last year, and they have been inseparable ever since. He was also fiercely protective of Mitchell and Carly. He acted more like he was the big brother, and he was very close to both of them. Well, Sam was remembered and will be remembered by you all as a vibrant, personable and funny guy. He was always making his family laugh, and he had a genuine sense of fun and love of life. As a young boy, Christine remembered how much Sam loved hugs and was very clingy, and he was always affectionate and very loving. Sam's family knew that he loved them more than anything in the whole world, and he would never have intentionally caused them hurt or pain. He was always the one to be cheering them up or being positive, and he would hate that he's caused so much heartache with everyone here today. There will be never enough tears or sadness to express the sadness. There will be never enough words to describe how Sam's death has impacted our lives. Sam really was one in a million, and today we need to support one another, be kind to each other, and continue to remember that outrageously blonde hair and that cheeky smile. So that's just a very quick snapshot of Sam's life and a lot of sentiments that have been shared with me over the past week, and they certainly all have the same sentiment of just how loved Sam was and what a beautiful soul he was. To continue sharing some memories of Sam, I would like to ask his brother and sister, Mitchell and Carly. They're going to come forward and share with us a few memories they have of Sam.
Me? Me?
Yes, thank you.
To my brother, my best friend, my protector, and my rock. Hey Sam, how you going, bro? What a blast we've had together, all the fun times, us going to Melbourne to clubs and concerts. Thank you for spending time with me. All of those little things is what I loved about you. I'm gonna miss your smile, your laugh, and when you called me Randy. I'm going to miss you being with me my whole life. I couldn't have asked for a better brother. You have been my rock, my guard, my world. You were my little big brother. I'm going to miss you very much. I just wish this wasn't the last. I love you.
Sam, I wish you could see the amount of people who really loved and cared about you and all the people who came today. I know you would have been absolutely blown away by the turnout. You were such a beacon of love, ball of energy, and were such an amazing light in not only my life, but everyone else's lives. Our bond and relationship was something so incredibly special to me, and I know how much you loved me. Even when you thought it was gay, saying the words, "I love you" to your sister, even to the point where I nagged you. We both ended up agreeing on "love you" because that was less embarrassing for him to say. The sense of humour, loud outbursts of random sounds and words, your awkward one-armed hugs are just a few things that I know I'm going to long for the most. I can recall so many times where something so stupidly funny, sometimes not meant to be at all, was said either between the two of us or by someone else, and we would both just laugh and look at each other and just lose it, just for so long, to the point we looked stupid. You fiercely protected the people you loved. You always rooted for the underdog and weren't scared to stand up for those who needed it most. There will never be anyone else like you, and 22 years of you will never be enough. Love you always.
Thanks, Mitchell and Carly. Well, Sam's family mentioned to me that he had a few ratbag friends, and one of those ratbag friends, Jacob. Where's Jacob? He's going to come forward and share with us a few memories he has of his mate.
Where do I start? This isn't something I prepared for. Sam and I actually met in grade 6 and we hated each other, didn't like each other at all. Year 7 comes around and then we're best friends. We were inseparable for years. We would always be up to something stupid, whether it be pissing off Christine, Sammy or Ruben, always. You were one of my closest friends. I want to cherish so many great memories with you that I'll never forget. I can't thank you enough for always being someone that wanted to listen to me, but most of all for being my best friend. I'm going to miss you every day. I'll always love you. Rest easy.
Thanks, Jacob. Now, as has been mentioned, Kerry and Clinton and their family were a very big part of Sam's life, and Kerry and Clinton have written a tribute that I'd like to share on their behalf today. Sam, you know that's that saying we used all the time, if there is a will, there is a way. Well, we hope you have found the way to a better place and are at peace now. We are really sorry it had to end this way, and we wished there was more that we could do to help you. You were a best friend from the day we met. We appreciate everything you did for us and for our kids, Stacey, Mannix and Johnny. We all absolutely loved you, and our kids looked up to you as their big uncle. We made so many memories with you and will forever cherish them. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for always making us laugh. Thank you for always being you and everything that you were. Thank you for blessing our lives with your beautiful soul. You were a massive part of our family and we loved every minute of having you in it. It gives us peace knowing that you felt the same. You really were one of a kind. There will never be a day that you're not thought of. But for now, until we meet again, our friend, rest easy, party hard. We love you always and forever, Sam, from Kerry and Clinton and their family. Now, I know that everyone here in this room has special memories of Sam, and a lovely way to continue sharing those memories and stories is to join his family when we do conclude the service here. They are headed to the Mitchell River Tavern. Sam's family have been overwhelmed by the love and the support that they've received since his death, and they would like to repay everyone's kindness and generosity by throwing a wake at the Mitchell River Tavern, and they invite everyone who wishes to or who is able to join them. It really is a lovely way to continue wrapping your arms around Sam's family and sharing those memories and stories, and I'm sure lots of stories that can't be shared in public here today can be shared a bit later on. So a warm invitation for you to join the family at the Mitchell River Tavern. So a wonderful way to remember someone's life is through photos, and it's been a really hard task going through photos to pick the right ones, but this is a really truly beautiful way to remember Sam's beautiful smile and that cheeky grin and that blonde hair with some photos, and I invite you to enjoy a photo presentation of Sam's life.
Small size knew his mind. For every copper penny and clover he would find, make a wish for better days, the end of hard times, for no more cold feet, cold, 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 cold feet. His clothes were always clean, his face was always scrubbed. There was food on the table, enough to fill him up. His house was full of light, his house was full of love. But when winter days arrived, there was never money enough to shut his cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet. He grew up worker, determined to succeed, made a life for himself, free from worldly wants or needs. With nobody to share the life, he made nobody to keep him warm. At night when he'd go to sleep, he'd sleep alone with his cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet. One night he walked the streets, looking to the heavens above, searching for a shooting star, a benevolent God. When a woman passing by brushed his arm, he turned and found love. He then wished for the courage to ask this stranger who she was, and not how. Cold feet, cold, 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 cold feet. 1 year later he stood beside her, vowed I'll give you everything you want. Said I'll take some love from my heart, keep your body warm, you won't have cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet. But she liked the party life and wanted the finer things, so he promised more than he could buy. He promised her the sun and moon, and I have cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet. He worked day and night, his fingers to the bone. His worried mind, get the conscience drive him on. He can give her what she needs, wanna give her what he thinks she wants. Sad fears, empty pockets, drive him on. And his cold feet, cold, 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 cold feet. He struggled all his life to be an honest man, proud that the dirt on his palms was the soil of the land. Some guys he knew from high school days said they had a plan to get rich real quick, and they could count him in if he don't have cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet. He thought about their offer, except he did it without qualms. Dreamt about the life he'd buy, the comfort that would come without cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet. He decided to drive the car, he decided to carry the gun, to take the biggest risk of all, to prove his loyalty to his friends. He decided to tell his wife things would soon turn around. He said the little boy is dead, the man stands with you now without cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet. Without cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet. He thought he'd set his clock right, he thought he'd read his watch. He left in such a hurry, he didn't think to wish for luck. Makes no difference if you're early, no difference if you're late. When you're out of time, the flowers have been laid. You're 6 feet underground with cold feet. Cold, 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 cold feet.
I still see you in the places we would go, like your face is painted on the walls. I've been trying to forget all the moments that we spent, 'cause now I do it on my own. Oh, you and I were like this summer, but now it's winter here on my own. If I would've known you wouldn't be here anymore. I would have made the moments last a little longer. 'Cause now I'm alone, and you're just a memory in my mind. I would have given anything to say goodbye. If I would have known, if I would have known, oh, I remember how we would laugh all the time, but now you're not around, and I'm just trying to find.
Hey.
I'm from the honey, I'm from the rough. Let's see my man say that I knew from the project.
Anything to say goodbye. If I would have known, if I would have known,
Some very special photos and some wonderful memories for you to continue to cherish. Well, the following reading I have to share today are words I feel certain Sam would want you all to know. When tomorrow starts without me and I'm not here to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes are filled with tears for me. I wish so much you wouldn't cry the way you did today while thinking of the many things we didn't get to say. I know how much you love me as much as I love you, and each time you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. But when tomorrow starts without me, please try to understand that an angel came and called my name and took me by the hand and said my place was ready in heaven far above and that I'd have to leave behind all those I dearly love. So when tomorrow starts without me, don't think we're far apart, for every time you think of me, I'm right here in your heart. Well, in remembering Sam today and celebrating his life, we have been reminded of just how short life really is and how we are simply just passing through. We know that you should have had more time with Sam and time together, but we can't live our lives thinking about all the things that might have been. It's important to remember the things that you are happy for and the moments that made Sam happy, and in time, I hope these things will all make you smile again. Every life is unique and valuable, and no matter how challenging Sam's life may have been, it also held moments of joy, of friendship, of happiness that deserve to be remembered. I know it is his family's wish that you all leave here this morning remembering Sam for the whole life that he lived, not just for the final moments, and with the intention of living our own lives to the fullest. That would be a very special way to honour Sam's memory. Before we conclude, I would like to thank you all once again for being here and offering your love and support to Sam's family. They are really so grateful for the messages, the calls, the flowers, the visits, and the outpouring of love. It really does mean the world to them. I don't think Sam truly knew how much he was loved and of how much he will be missed. The following final words I have are for Sam. None of us really knew the torment you were going through. We only kept on seeing the young man we wanted to. We saw the outward smile, but not your inner pain. We never really dreamt that you would never smile again. Now we know your worries will crease your brow no more, and your spirit rests in peace upon that distant shore. And we in turn remember the good times, not the bad. We remember when you laughed with us, not when you were sad. And we laughed a lot, and good times there were plenty, with lots of jokes and many beers and a glass that was never empty. So when we think about your life, we won't dwell upon its end. We'll remember all the good times we had with our son, brother, and friend. Like all the best memories, we have ours to hold on to. Our lives have been richer because we have known you. Our last song today is an Eminem song. Sam fancied himself as a bit of a rapper. I'm not sure this is the clean version or not, but anyway, you're going to, Ed is, his family assure me. It's a fitting way to end today's farewell. Sam would have loved that we're finishing with an Eminem song, so I do invite you to sit here and I don't know whether you want to listen to the lyrics. I'm not sure what they're going to say, but it certainly is a very fitting way to finish this celebration of Sam's life. Rest easy, Sam. You are loved beyond words and you will be missed beyond measure. Thank you all so much for being here again to celebrate Sam's life.
Look, I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings, but I'm only going to get this one chance. Something's wrong, I can feel it. It's just a feeling I've got. Like something's about to happen, but I don't know what. If that means what I think it means, we're in trouble. Big trouble. And if he is as bananas as you say, I'm not taking any chances. You just want to start.
I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. All my people from the front to the back nod. Now who thinks their arms are long enough to slap box? They said I rap like a robot, so call me rap. But for me to rap like a computer must be in my jeans. I got a laptop in my back pocket, my pinnacle walk when I hat cock it. Got a fat knock from that rap profit, made a living and a killing off it. Ever since Bill Clinton was still in office, with Monica Lewinsky filling on his sack. I'm an MC, still as honest, but as rude and as indecent as all hell. Syllables, killaholic, kill 'em all. This libbity, gibbity, hibbity, hip hop. You don't really want to get into a piss and match with this rappity rap pack and the Mac in the back of the yak backpack rap yap kitty yak nap. The exact same time I attempt these lyrical acrobat stunts while I'm practicing that, I'll still be able to break them off the table over the back of a couple of thick ass to crack it in half. Only realized it was ironic. I was under aftermath after the fact. How could I not blow? All I do is drop F-bombs. Feel my wrath of attack. Rappers are having a rough time period. Here's a maxi pad. It's actually disastrously bad. For the whack while the masterfully constructing this masterpiece. I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. All my people from the front to the back nod. Now who thinks their arms are long enough to slap box? Let me show you maintaining this shit ain't that hard. Everybody wants the key and the secret to rap immortality like I have got. Will there be truth for the blueprint? Simply rage and youthful exuberance. Everybody loves the root for a nuisance. Hit the earth like an asteroid, did nothing but shoot for the moon since. MCs get taken to school with this music cause I use it as a vehicle to bust the rhyme. Now I lead a new school for the students. Me, I'm a product of rock him, lock him, Shabazz, Tupac in W-A-Q, hey Doc, Rin, yellow easy, thank you, they got slim. Inspired enough to intake, grow up, blow up and be in a position to meet Run DMC, induct them into the motherfucking rockin' Roll Hall of Fame. Even though I walk in the church and burst in a ball of flames, only Hall of Fame I'll be inducted in is the Alcohol of Fame on the wall of shame. You can't think it's all a game till I walk a flock of flames. Off a planking, tell me what in the f*** you thinking? Little green looking boy, so young I can barely say it with a straight face looking boy. You're witnessing a massacre like you're watching a church gathering take place looking boy. Boy, they that boy's gay, that's all they say looking boy. You get a thumbs up, pat on the back, and a way to go from your label every day looking boy. Hey looking boy, what you say looking boy? I get a hell yeah from Trey looking boy. I'ma work for everything I have, never ask nobody for get out my face looking boy. Basically boy, you're never gonna be capable of keeping up with the same pace looking boy. Cause I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. All my people from the front to the back nod. The way I'm racing around the track, call me NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt of the trailer park, the white trash god. Kneel before General Zod, this planet's Krypton. No Asgard. So you be Thor, I'll be Odin. You rodent, I'm omnipotent. Let off, then I'm reloading. Immediately with these bombs I'm toting. And I should not be woken. I'm the walking dead, but I'm just a talking head, a zombie floating. But I got your mom deep. I'm out my ramen noodle. We have nothing in common, poodle. I'm a Doberman. Pinch yourself in the arm and pay homage, pupil. It's me. My honesty's brutal, but it's honestly futile if I don't utilize what I do, though, for good at least once in a while. So I wanna make sure somewhere in this chicken scratch I scribble and doodle enough rhymes to maybe try to help get some people through tough times. But I gotta keep a few punchlines just in case, cause even you unsigned rappers are hungry, looking at me like it's lunchtime. I know there was a time where once I was king of the underground, but I still rap like I'm on my Pharaoh Munch grind. So I crunch rhymes, but sometimes when you combine up here with the skin color of mine, you get too big and here it comes trying to censor you like that one line I said. Oh no, back from the Mathers LP1 when I tried to sell, take 7 kids from Columbine, put them all in a line at an egg, it'll get in the over and unline. See if if I get away with it now that I ain't as big as I was, but I'm morphing into an immortal coming through the portal. You're stuck in a time warp from 2004, and I don't know what the fuck that you line for. You're pointless as Rapunzel with fucking cornrows. You like normal of being normal. And I just bought a new ray gun from the future just to come and shoot you like when Fabulous made Ray J mad. His dad said he looked like a fag and they with his pads singing to a man while he played piano. Man, oh man, that was a 24/7 special on the cable channel. So Ray J went straight to the radio station the very next day. Hey Fab, I'ma kill you. Lyrics coming at you with supersonic speed.
JJ Fab.
Summon, I'm a doom, I'm a you assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, and I made a rubber so that anything you say is stick shaking off of me and it'll glue to you and devastating more than ever demonstrating how to give them a for the audience. I'm feeling like it's levitating, never fading, and I know the haters are forever waiting for the day that they can say I fell off to be celebrating. Cause I know the way to get them motivated. I make elevating music, you make elevator music. Oh, he's too mainstream. Well, that's what they do when they get jealous, they confuse it. It's not hip-hop, it's pop. Cause I found a hella way to fuse it. With rock, shock rap, with dot. Don't lose yourself, I make them lose it. I don't know how to make songs like that. I don't know what words to use. Let me know when it occurs to you while I'm ripping any one of these verses. The verses you, it's curtains, I'm inadvertently hurting you. How many verses I gotta murder to prove that if you were half as nice as songs you can sacrifice virgins to? School flunky, pill junkie. But look at the accolades, these skills brung me. Full of myself, but still hungry. I bully myself cause I make me do what I put my mind to when I'm a million leagues above you. Ill when I speak in tongues, but it's still tongue-in-cheek. Fuck you, I'm drunk, so Satan take the fucking wheel. I'm all sleep in the front seat, bumping heavy D in the voice. Still chunky but funky, but in my head there's something I can feel tugging and struggling. Angels fight with devils and here's what they want from me. They're asking me to eliminate some of the women hate, but if you take into consideration the bitter hatred I have, then you may be a little patient and more sympathetic to the situation and understand the discrimination. But life's handing you lemons, make lemonade then. But if I can't battle the women, how the fuck am I supposed to bake them a cake then? No mistake, it's a fatal mistake if you think I need to be overseas and take a vacation to trip abroad and make a fall on a face and don't be a retard, be a king? Think not. Why be a king when you can be a god?